Do you want to make a website from scratch? Well, you're in luck because this video shows you how to make a website from scratch and host it on the internet. This will include finding a domain for free, hosting and making a simple HTML site. Did I tell that it's free? Yes, so let's get into it. Now the first thing you need to do is find a domain and register it. Well, I'm going to be using a site called Freenom. This gives away free domains. Now finding this domain was a huge pain, so enjoy this time lapse of me finding the domain. Now Freenom gives you the domain but only for 1 year for free. So let's choose it. 12 months is 1 year. So let's click on that and click on continue. Now over here you have to just prove that you're human and accept the terms and conditions, and as you can see the order has been confirmed. So now you have a domain. Now it's the most important bit, that is making the website. Now I suggest installing VS Code, but you can choose whatever you want. Now create a new folder. Name it whatever you want. As I've said earlier, we're going to be using VS Code for this example. So if you want to follow, the link is in the description to install VS Code. Now that we have opened Visual Studio Code, we want to go on to File. Over here, click on Open Folder and open it. Now as you can see, the folder will look like this. Click on the new item button and type in index.html. Now this is why I suggest Visual Studio Code for beginners. You can just type in HTML sample and it will create a whole new template for an HTML page. Go and change the title to whatever you want. I'm naming it as test website. Now we want to change the source for the CSS and JavaScript files. As I can see, it's called style.css and script.js. We're going to be creating these files right now. Click on the add item button and type in style.css and script.js. We're not going to be doing JavaScript now because it's just a simple basic HTML page. But if you want a more in-depth web design tutorial, please comment down below. Now, onto the body tag, we are going to be creating H1, meaning heading 1. This is basically the boldest and biggest text you can get in HTML. We are going to be typing coming soon. Now, if you go into the folder and open the HTML file, it will open in your web browser. As you can see here, you will get the HTML page saying coming soon. Now, let's add the CSS. Now, I've written a simple CSS script that's attached to the body tag. Now let's type in ID and ID as a body. Now this body can be changed to whatever name you want. Just make sure the class is a body. Now as you can see in the CSS code, I've added dot body. This can be changed to whatever you want and will be ID'd as that. Now save both the HTML and CSS file and refresh the browser. Now I don't know about you, but I want to change the font. Well, let's go to fonts.google.com and choose a font. For this example, I chose Montserrat. Just click select this family, click the CSS rules, copy it and go head on to Visual Studio. Now here we want to go into the CSS file and paste in the font family. Now once you save the file and go and refresh the page, you will see the font has been changed. Now the next part of the tutorial is where it gets a bit technical. You'll need to learn Git. But don't worry, I'm here to help you. What Git does is upload your files that you have locally into a cloud repository using the Windows terminal. Now for using Git, you will need to have a GitHub account. So go ahead, pause the video if you don't have a GitHub account and create one. Now this is a site where you have to go and install Git. Now that you've created a GitHub account, well, we're going to be making a repository to store our files. Just click the new button in the top right corner. Now you'll be greeted to this page where you can name your repository. I'm going to name it test website. Now you can keep this repository public, meaning anyone can see it, or private. I'm going to choose private. Just click on create repository. Now we're going to leave the website like this, but we'll come back to it later. So in the folder where your files are, you just want to right click on it and click open with Windows Terminal. For Windows 10, it might show command prompt or PowerShell, but that would do the job. Now we're going to type in git init, basically meaning we'll be initializing an empty git repository. Now we're going to be typing git add dot. Now this will add all the files that has a dot on it. Now we're going to be adding git commit -m and under quotes first commit. Now we want to locate it to the GitHub repository that we have in GitHub. So we want to type in git remote add origin and then put the link of the GitHub repository that you have in the top. Now for the next line, we're going to be talking about git push --set -upstream origin master. This basically changes the origin to master. The master branch is where the hosting service will take the website from. Now if you refresh the GitHub page, you can see all the three files are here. Up next is the most important part of hosting a website. That's it, hosting. Now for hosting, I'm going to be using Netlify. Why? Because it uses GitHub for continuous deployment and is completely free, which is what we're going for. Free domain, free hosting, free website. Now I suggest signing into Netlify with GitHub. Why? Because you're going to use GitHub anyway to deploy the site. For the continuous deployments option, we're going to be using GitHub because that's where the repository is at. Once Netlify has been authorized, it will show a list of your repositories. Choose the one that says the test website. Now over here, don't mess with the settings, just go straight down to deploy site. And now, as you can see, the site has been published to a subdomain owned by Netlify. Now we're going to be connecting our own custom domain to this. Now for a custom domain, we need to enter the domain name that we have registered using Freenom. Now here it says that the domain has an owner. Yes, that is you. So click add domain. Now once you added the domain, it will show you to add Netlify DNS as an option. We are going to choose that because Freenom's DNS is not as strong as Netlify's. Type in the domain name and it will ask you to add a DNS record as an option, but it's very optional and you don't need to do it. So go on to next. Over here it will give a bunch of name servers. Now just copy them and head on to Freenom. Over here you have to sign in and go to my services. Here go to my domain. And over here go to your domain that you've chosen and click manage domain. Now here there are management services. Go on to name servers and change the name servers to custom. Over here we want to copy paste every name server given here. Now as you can see, the changes have been made successfully and the sites have Netlify DNS on them. Now once you have verified the DNS with Netlify, it will give you an SSL certificate immediately after a few minutes. But we just go on to site overview and go into the site, and as you can see, the domain opens our website that we have made from scratch using HTML. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, hope you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe because only a small percentage of my viewers are, and I'll be very grateful if you did. Also comment down below if you want to see more videos like these. This was a real fun video to make, so until the next video, see ya, bye.